Hello everyone! Today I want to share a very interesting story with you. So have you ever heard the Korean expression 우문현답, which means a wise answer to a silly question? So whenever people ask a question, and if the question doesn't make any sense, it is very hard for you to answer to them. For example, the other day my son Eden asked me this question. So, Daddy, how come the rock is not light? And I was like, okay, so what is the point? Why are you asking me this question? And what do you really want to know? And what is the context? To clarify his intention, I need to ask him back many questions. Just like that, if someone asks you a silly question, it's very hard for us to give them a correct answer. In that situation, the answer is to make them realize that the question was wrong, or they need to change their mindset, or they need to rethink all the situation so that they can ask the right question. Same thing happened in Matthew chapter 18. Jesus was asked by the disciples, and they asked this question: Jesus, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? Asking this question, they have two presuppositions. First, they think that they're going to be in heaven anyways. And second, they think there are greater one and lesser one in the kingdom of heaven. But the answer of Jesus was quite interesting. They asked who is the greatest, but Jesus called out a child, and he said this. In verse 3, he answered like this: I tell you the truth, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Wow. Such a statement, huh? The disciples asked him, who is the greatest? And Jesus answered them back that, do you think you can enter into the kingdom of heaven with your own strength and strategy? So Jesus is trying to reorganize the paradigms and the thoughts of the disciples by giving them a wise answer. But there were so many preachers and pastors who think this phrase as a face value, that they are trying to find out many characteristics of children. So what are they? First, maybe humility and purity. What else? Gentleness, honesty. If you have your own children, please tell me that they're not at all. So I can tell you I have 3 children. They're not like that at all. Then why did Jesus tell them that you need to change and become just like a little children? So Jesus is trying to tell them that your question was wrong. There's no greater one. There's no lesser one in the kingdom of heaven. You're going to be in heaven by my grace, by the cross, by my blood. That was the point. And in verse 8, Jesus told them, if your hand or your foot causes you to sin, cut it off. And verse 9, if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out. So if we take these verses as face value, there must be so many people who lost their parts of their body, right? So what was the point that Jesus is trying to make here? It is not your strength. It is not your power. It's not your will or good behavior that makes you to get into the heaven. It's by me. You cannot go into the heaven without my grace. Here, Jesus is not giving us a high standard to get into the heaven, but he is trying to explain us that it is only through Jesus Christ that we can get into the heaven. I really wanted to make sure that our God, the Lord Jesus Christ, is the good one. He doesn't want us to cut off our hands and our feet or pluck our eyes out. No. He wants us to be in heaven, and he is trying to help us to do that. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time. Bye bye.